Well, there was more than love in the air on last night's episode of The Bachelorette. You had sparks flying after an ex-girlfriend of one of the contestants showed up. And needless to say, Rachel, well, she wasn't too happy about what that ex had to say.
So let me tell you something. I'm not here to be played. I'm not here to be made a joke of, which is what I feel like you're doing right now with me. So I'm really going to need you to get the out.
Boom. That's one way to kick a guy off a show. Joining me now is digital reporter Landon Hoff, who we know is here for the right reasons. He's here to give us the dudes recap of last night's episode. So, Landon, that was a tough clip. I mean, that's the sad end to what started off as a group date with a basketball legend crashed by an ex. So, break it down for us.
Yeah, you want to talk about how to lose a guy in about 10 seconds. I guess that would probably be about it. Yeah, it's kind of a shame, at least for me, a sports fan, to see something that's centered around Kareem Abdul-Jabbar being there teaching basketball to be overshadowed by some guy and his ex-girlfriend. But yeah, basically, they're all terrible at basketball. And then after the game, she shows up and proves to Rachel that she has some messages about how they were maybe still involved with each other. And like you saw, she told him to get the heck out, if you will.
Oh, yeah, in more colorful language. But of course, we know that's not the last of him, because tomorrow actually comes back at the end of the episode, seemingly to beg for forgiveness. So I'm wondering, Landon, do you think he actually stands a chance?
I tell you what, the Bachelor franchise has made a thing out of this where guys come back, and it's just not a good strategy. Anybody who's looking for advice on how to get a girl back, this is not it. I don't think that he has any chance of winning her back. I'm sure he's just going to talk to her, and there was a little skirmish with security before we got the infamous "to be continued." So they gave us a cliffhanger for week 3.
All right. Well, the guy's at least trying, right? Rachel actually called him a dirty, dirty dog at one point. But a real dog does make an appearance on a 2-on-1 date. And he had the Twitter sphere fired up because he was adorable, but also had a cat. So tell us about Copper, Landon.
This is your dog? Yeah, I think Copper might actually be kind of the internet's final rose choice at this point. He's cute. I don't know what kind of dog he is, a Pomeranian or something like that. But yeah, he was stealing Twitter's hearts last night. They went on a very dog-centric date. Rachel and Peter was his name. They went to some event called Barkfest where people were swimming with dogs. It looked really interesting. Then she actually took Copper to their nice dinner. She said she wanted to get to know Peter on a deeper level, but then brought her dog to dinner, which I don't know how seriously I can take that. But yeah, Copper was everywhere and people were loving it.
All right, so we'll see how long he sticks around. Perhaps we'll get that final rose. We want to rewind quickly to the first group date where a celebrity couple makes a cameo appearance, all while the guys are putting their daddy skills to the test. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, it was an interesting challenge. First date had to be given the title of husband material and doing, I guess, domestic dad work. They were changing diapers and vacuuming and pulling hair out of drains. And Lucas, the infamous Waboom guy, had to go and win that challenge, which I think bummed out myself and hopefully everybody else that was watching. And he celebrated by spiking his baby to the ground. His baby's head was dipping in water, but somehow he wasn't disqualified. So I think Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis could have done a better job refereeing that contest. He would not have been deemed the winner if I was in charge, but hey, I guess I'm not making the calls.
Wow, and yet we'll see if he sticks around to continue on to perhaps win Rachel's heart. So, Landon, in the meantime, thank you so much for the dudes recap. Much appreciated.
You bet.
Jason?
I love that. A contest to pull hair